The Arizona Proving Grounds, APG, lie spread out in the desert northwest of Phoenix in the USA, a blisteringly hot and dusty area of wilderness where only rattlesnakes and scorpions are truly at home. But for the Volvo Car Corporation, this is a test facility with vital importance for satisfying the hot market.
Yeah, that's a huge importance for us. Here at the Volvo Arizona Proving Grounds, we can test the vehicles with regard to extreme heat, sun exposure, the Arizona dust.
As early as 1985, Volvo built a test track in Arizona as a contrast to the tests in the far north of Sweden, in order for their cars to be able to cope with both the biting cold and extreme heat. The choice fell on Arizona as the most sun-secure location, and its proximity to the world's consistently hottest place, Death Valley. At the end of last year, 6 new special tracks were completed beside the main track, as Ford decided to concentrate on the APG for the whole group of companies. At one stroke, Volvo had access to new and extended testing facilities.
Some teams are working strictly on running the vehicles, running early prototypes, finding faults, analyzing, identifying, and also reporting back to Sweden for countermeasures. Another team is working strictly on development work, and they then develop new technologies, and they evaluate the technologies developed in Sweden, give the feedback in early stage, get an answer back, and we re-evaluate and come back with different solutions.
The new Coast Down track is a 3.4 kilometre, 3-lane, absolutely flat, straight track. Here cars accelerate up to 130 kilometres an hour and are then allowed to coast down to 10 kilometres an hour. These tests are an essential requirement for today's emission and fuel consumption certification. It is also important to gain specific knowledge concerning actual fuel consumption. On the steering and road holding track, the characteristics of the shock absorbers can be tested by driving in and out of bends of varying radii, frequently with adverse camber, and where the cars are subjected to great stress. The 200-foot circle is a circular track where the steering characteristics for a constant turn radius at different speeds are evaluated.
You better hold on. This is me doing it now. This is no anti-skid system on.
And if you put that system into function, see what happened there.
And it's a lot easier to handle the car. This works really good. This is more like in an emergency situation, so you don't get any surprises about the handling of the car. This is good to have tested and evaluated out before this happens. So.
Outside the prepared tracks, there is an almost impenetrable area for off-road driving. Here, Arizona's infamous dust is a constant attendant.
By testing the car out here, that's what we try to do, to find the weak spot and come up with proper solutions so that we don't have the dust intrusion in the cars.
Just like a torture chamber. Here, different parts are grilled for long periods under the merciless sun. Complete new cars also stand long-term parked in the direct sunlight.
Yeah, they will be here for between 3 and 5 years. And normally after 3 years we send them back to Sweden, so they can do their evaluation, and they can show them to the design departments, and to show what 3 years in the desert will do to the car.
How hot actually is it here on the spot and within the
car? The air temperature in the car goes up to a little bit over 80 degrees Celsius, and on the dashboard, the instrument panel, you will get over 110 degrees Celsius. And the hood, you will get, and on the roof, you will get nearly 100 degrees. So it's hot.
It's not just the cars that have to stand up to this difficult testing in the heat. The test personnel also have to drink a great deal in order to maintain their fluid levels. Thanks to the experiences gained from the Arizona Proving Grounds, many improvements have been able to be made to the cars.
What you see back home in Sweden or even in Europe, it's very, very different from what you see out here. So there has been a lot of changes just based on the test result we reach out here.
Overheating is a problem that has to be overcome in this extreme heat. Here, new intelligent control systems are tested to prevent engines from overheating and boiling up. A trailer with its brakes on is pulled around to simulate a very heavy load being pulled up a long incline against the wind. A test to the very limits. Fuel systems are also extremely vulnerable in these extremely high temperatures. The test track's petrol station cools the fuel down to 7 degrees centigrade so that it will not evaporate or change in terms of energy value when the cars are being fueled at temperatures of over 50 degrees centigrade. A great deal of the testing relates to fuel consumption and evaporation or emissions.
Right now I'm measuring hot soak starts, but we also do a lot of knock control calibration here in Arizona.
Magnus himself, with a research background, is part of the team of engineers sent out from Gothenburg to Phoenix for this increasingly technically advanced test and development work. Much of the future of the car is formed here.